Hey guys, welcome back to another Wednesday Q&A. Let me just see if YouTube is going to get us started. I know I'm a few minutes early, so hopefully some of you get a notification and we can jump right in. But let me just see if YouTube is working for us. Oh yeah, we're live. Okay. Only one person here so far, so I'll just give it another couple seconds. Like I said, I know I'm a few minutes early. I was excited, so here we are. Okay, some of you are here. Hey, Bill, I was just talking to you earlier. Movie fan, hi. Hey, guys. Oh, good. Glad to see some of you here. Thanks for starting a little early with me. It was a very early morning. This is CES week. So to be honest, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it until 9 o'clock. I think I went to bed at 9:15 last night. It's been a long week. If you didn't know, CES is this week. We are all virtual this year, so it's looking a little different than last year when Luke and I were in Las Vegas all week, but still pretty fun. So if anyone has any questions or if anyone's been following along with CES updates, let me know if anything looked exciting to you guys. Richard, hey, good to see some familiar faces here. Yeah, Bill, absolutely. YouTube gave me no problems today. It must have known that we needed just smooth sailing today. Everything got set up pretty easily today. Happy about that. Hey, thanks everyone for asking how I'm doing. I am good. I am so tired this week. I have been getting up extra early all week to catch some of these CES sessions. So tired, but really good. CJ, hey, I missed you too. Yeah, it's been a while. Donald was playing Mario Kart today, my favorite. Those of you who are regulars around here know how much I love Mario Kart. Richard says, liking the new TCL XL TVs. Yeah, so TCL had some announcements at CES this week, some new TVs. We have a post over on Cord Cutters News. And the other announcement this week, TCL is coming out with a new wireless Roku-ready soundbar. So very cool. Roku just made the design for wireless soundbars, and TCL will be the first company to manufacture them. Peter, yeah, I do need some coffee. Unfortunately, just water for me right now. It's a little too late for coffee, but as soon as we're done here, I'll go straight to bed and then I'll be fine. CJ, still not showing anyone your pink bunny suit. That is very unfortunate. I think everyone deserves to see it. Paul just got YouTube TV and likes it very much. Happy to hear that. Peter, yeah, wine might be it. Bill, no, I didn't see anything at all from Tableau at CES. To be honest, I still need to go through and watch some of the sessions I missed. The nice thing about it being virtual this year is that we can add things to our schedule and go back and watch them on demand later. So if I missed announcements, I can flip back through some of those sessions and see if I missed anything. So Philip and I have both been very, very busy watching all these sessions. Unfortunately for me, I have the early shift, so it's been some early mornings this week. Aaron says, Roku shuts down YouTube when I have it on pause. That's interesting. I haven't run into that issue. I hate to say this. I know it's the worst advice, but what they always say is to delete the app and re-download it, and that usually takes care of some glitchy problems like that, so if you haven't tried that already. Mike says tons of ums. I know. Oh my gosh. It is a bad habit that I have. My public speaking professors would kill me right now. There it is again. But especially whenever I'm tired, the ums really come out because I can't think fast enough. Oh, Bill, that's a good question for the question about YouTube TV closing out of Roku whenever you pause. How long are you pausing it for? Great question from Bill. If you're pausing it for too long, yeah, the app will shut down. And it's like that with most apps, I think. The How Man says, "Hi Jess, Happy New Year. How do you like my new YouTube name? I don't know what your old one was, but this one's great because it's very easy for me to read when I'm just glancing over." Love that. Jermaine says, "I've only looked at TV announcements, at CES. I'll never be able to afford them." Same here. There have been a ton of TV announcements. And to be honest, not a whole lot of very exciting things outside of new TVs, but really some cool new TV models. So we've seen them from TCL, from Sony. There have just been a bunch. And then Samsung, is it Samsung? Let me check my notes over here. Yes. They have the frame TVs where you can do sort of art gallery looking things. It just looks like framed art on your wall. So they came out with some new ones and they look really great. Very expensive, but really, really nice. Oh, Howard. Okay, yes, do love your new name. That's very creative. I like that. Will Roku and Spectrum TV work out a new contract so new downloads will be allowed? I think that they will. I can't confirm anything. I haven't heard from either of those companies. But yes, I would assume that they will. I think it's probably the same issue they've had with other companies, with just sort of working out contracts and things. I feel like they usually do eventually come to an agreement. It really stinks that they take the app out of the Roku store while that's happening, but I guess I understand why they do that. I would say yes, it will probably come back. Most likely it will come back, but I don't have any kind of time frame for you. Oh, CJ is talking about AT&T TV Now, so I think I may have missed somebody's question about that. So, oh, I see your ATSC question too. I do have some updates for you. So for AT&T TV Now, they announced this week that they are shutting down AT&T TV Now, but they are merging it with AT&T TV. And I know this is very confusing. Luke and I used to have this conversation all the time. For those of you who were around in the podcast days, Luke and I would always go on and on about AT&T and how terrible they are at naming their services. So AT&T TV was, technically a streaming service, but it was a contract service. You had to buy equipment for it. You were stuck in a 2-year contract. They still have those plans, but now they're adding AT&T TV Now's streaming plans in there too. So you can still get a subscription. You can still do it month to month. You don't need the equipment for it. It starts at $70 a month. I had to check my notes over here. Yeah, but if any of you have any questions about that, let me know. I did do a post about it over on Cord Cutters News, but let me know if you have questions, if I didn't explain that well. Oh, okay, so there are questions about ATSC 3.0 tuners, and I do have a little bit of info, but really Philip did a post over on cordcuttersnews.com where he went over some of the announcements that were made during a CES session this week. So HD Home Run talked during that session. Let me see here, sorry. All right, so HD Home Run talked during that session, so they really focused on their equipment. We didn't really get any updates on other companies coming out with equipment. I quickly looked through all of the sessions to see if I could find anything about other companies doing this, and I didn't get anything. But they did talk during that session about how this is the year that ATSC 3.0 is really going to grow. They're really planning on there being a lot of new equipment, and they said that it will cover 70% of US households. ATSC 3.0 will cover 70%. So we should be getting some more information soon, hopefully. We will have to wait and see, I suppose. But yeah, I would expect more announcements soon. I'm surprised we didn't hear more about it during CES. No, Chris, still no update on those Viacom CBS channels coming to Hulu. Oh, I was thinking of YouTube TV, I'm sorry. Do I know when Viacom CBS channels are coming to Hulu with live? No, I think they said this month, but I'm not 100% sure. It should be in that post. But I don't think they gave us an exact date. Joseph wants to know if it's going to be the same price that you're currently paying. Which service are you asking about? If it's AT&T TV, it's going to start at $70. Colin wants to know if any TV manufacturers mentioned if their 2021 TVs will include ATSC 3.0. I don't remember seeing that in any of the notes, but I will definitely keep looking into it. I know Philip is checking on stuff like that too. DMS is watching on a new Lenovo laptop. Okay. Donald wants to know what I think about the new puppy, and I'm not sure what puppy you mean. I don't have one, so if someone else does that I should know about, let me know. Jermaine says, did anyone see the new transparent TV? I'm not sure how that's going to... You're not sure about it being distracting. If you're talking about that one, this was crazy. I think it was Samsung, but it was like a TV that raises up and it's transparent and had something to do with a bed. I don't know. I don't know about all that. Okay, Joseph is asking about AT&T. Yeah, if you already have a plan, I believe that plans will stay the same for now. But if you're a new customer, you will start with the subscription start at $70. Michael wants to know about doing reviews on 4K TVs, 40 to 49 inches. Maybe Philip can. Those are a lot more difficult for us to do. I know that Luke would do that sometimes because he had that big studio space. Philip is definitely our reviewer, but I'm not sure that he has the space in his home office for all of that, but I will definitely mention that to him. Asking about educational program. PBS Kids is actually coming out with some new stuff if you are looking for educational programming. G-Money, hey, we were just talking on Twitter. Jess, will Viacom content on Hulu on demand, or are they just adding channels to Hulu with live? I believe it's both live and on demand, I think. I'm not completely sure. I don't know that they even gave us that detail, but I believe it's both. Hey Tim, good to see you. I know, I'm missing the Christmas tree in the background too. I took it down very early because I was afraid that if I left it up, it would be up for months and months and you guys would make fun of me. The Hellman says, do you think that Fubotv will add the Marquee network? That is a great question. I would not be surprised to see that happen soon. Fubotv just recently, I think it was yesterday maybe, added AT&T Sportsnet Pittsburgh. So they are definitely, it seems like they are working on bringing back some regional sports networks. I think Marquee is obviously a huge one, so that would be a great addition. But have not heard anything, but I would not be surprised to see that happen soon. Oh, some questions and comments about Discovery Plus. Yeah, it is $4.99 a month. You can also get a year free if you are a Verizon customer with certain plans. So definitely look into that if you have Verizon. I just signed up for a free year. Unfortunately with CES, I haven't had time to play around with it a whole lot and see what they have and what they don't have. But I do have a couple of notes over here because I saw some people talking over on the cord cutting tech support Facebook page. People were saying that they're still in the process of moving content over. So some of the stuff that people have been expecting to find, they're not finding yet, but it's probably coming, just not yet. And also people are saying that they're not finding current episodes of series that are currently airing. So that has been, sorry, got distracted. That's been a common complaint. Yeah, getting some positive comments about Discovery, yeah. Jeff says, Jess, quick thought on Discovery Plus. My girlfriend is loving that they will have all the episodes of Fixer Upper and Property Brothers because Hulu is missing episodes. Yeah, and I think that we're kind of in a weird spot right now where not everything has moved over, so people are finding some episodes in some places and others over on Discovery. So definitely kind of in a weird moment with all of that content. But I'm expecting all of it to end up on Discovery Plus eventually. MNR says, hello, Jess. Hi. We cut the cord from Google Fiber TV. What streaming service would be best to represent the user interface and DVR features coming from Google Fiber TV? Ooh, that is a great question. I have never used Google TV. So if anyone else has any input on this, please leave it in the comments. That's really interesting. I keep saying and now every time I say it, I'm catching myself. I'm sorry. So Google Fiber TV, if you can let me know like what kind of features you're looking for, we might be able to help. But I have a feeling some people in the comments will have some better feedback for you. Shows like Property Brothers and Fixer Upper will debut on January 29th. Yeah, I think there should be a ton of new content coming toward the end of this month. Bill is having some issues with T-Vision buffering. I have honestly not used T-Vision since they let me try it out early, right before it launched. But I've been hearing a lot of complaints about it, which isn't great because it's so new. So I would say that you are not alone, first of all. I don't really have any troubleshooting advice for you. Yes, The Office is on Peacock. You can watch the first 2 seasons on the free tier, and then you have to sign up for the premium. Jermaine says I have to add 10 minutes to the stream every time I say we will be here all week. So, no. I'll get better about it. I swear it just comes out so much more when I'm tired, so this is not going to be a good night for that, I'll be honest. Oh, buffering is not an issue on T-Vision. I'm sorry. I misread your message. Brett is watching The Office for the first time on Peacock. I have probably watched that whole series 5 or 6 times. I love it. Yeah, if people have questions about T-Vision, Bill Eastman is the person to go to. He has really been trying it out and looking at all of the features. So direct your T-Vision questions over to Bill. CJ got an excellent deal on Vudu, the entire Office series, for $30. Vudu was having some really great deals around Christmas time, but they are frequently having deals, so definitely keep checking back. We try to post anytime that they fill us in about those. Eric, you're not wrong. I really do type all day long, and I am glad to be able to talk in the evening. I don't think I've said a word out loud today. I've just been at CES watching sessions all day and sending emails and writing posts. So you are 100% right, and funny too. Just Types is actually my name on Twitter because that's what I do all day, every day. Brett wants to know if I've seen the movie Soul yet. Yes, I watched that on, I think, Christmas Day with my family. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Oh, Jeff, I wasn't going to mention this because I know that we have some Steelers fans in the crowd, but Jeff says, congrats to the Browns on beating the Steelers in the wild card game. Good luck versus the Chiefs. Yeah, it was a good week to be a Browns fan. So we were super happy. I'm happy we made it this far. I would love to win again, but yeah, I'm a happy camper already. Richard is watching Doctor Who on HBO Max. Definitely on my list, but I just don't know if I can commit to that long of a series. Excuse me, guys, sorry. DMS says, got a Google Chromecast for Christmas. Great gift. It's not perfect, especially the remote, but all in all, really like it. Yeah, I've heard really good things about Chromecast, so happy that you are happy with it. Oh, speaking of remote, that was one more really interesting thing I was reading about with CES, is that there is a solar-powered remote where charging it with your living room lights can charge it for up to 2 years. I don't know. I need to look at that more. I must have missed that announcement somewhere, but I'll definitely be checking that out. That would be a fun review for Philip. The Helpman is watching Yellowstone on Peacock. Yeah, I saw a few people mentioning Yellowstone. Chromecast is nice. Yeah, I've heard really, really good things about it. That should be my next purchase. Oh my gosh, Eric, tell me about it. AT&T and AT&T TV Now, getting the names mixed up. Oh my gosh. I swear that during the podcast, Luke used to make me do the AT&T stories because he didn't want to keep saying AT&T and AT&T TV Now. And I think it was G Money on Twitter that said they're going to change it to AT&T Plus, and no, not here for that joke. Too many pluses already, no more. Francisco says, new streaming service. Which one are you talking about? There have been a couple of announcements recently. Discovery Plus just launched. Univision just shared that they are doing a new free streaming service. So there have been a few little announcements lately. Brett says, speaking of CBS, I would recommend Twin Peaks to binge watch during this time. I think they have that also on Netflix. It's on my list. Chris is not impressed with Apple TV Plus. The Apple device works good. I have been liking it. You guys recommended to me, said it again, Ted Lasso. I kept thinking Tom. Ted Lasso. And what a great show. I really like that one a lot. Howard says, say hi to Philip. Absolutely will. Does Philip do tutorials on how to make your own YouTube channel? He does not, but maybe he could. He he did take over our Cord Cutters News YouTube channel, so he kind of came into it with an already established audience, which I'm sure was helpful. I know that Luke did so much work to grow the YouTube channel when he first started out. Samsung TV Plus. Oh, Samsung announced some new streaming stuff. Hopefully we will have some more info about that over on Cord Cutters News. I haven't had time to look into it a whole lot. This is awful. This week has just been one announcement after another, which is what CES is all about. DMS says AT&T Now plus Max coming soon. Gosh. Jess, when will CBS All Access transition to Paramount Plus? That is happening soon. They said beginning of 2021, so we're waiting. Will it continue to include live streams of local CBS stations? Yes, it will. And CBS All Access actually just renewed a partnership to, was it CBS? Yes, renewed a partnership to continue bringing some local CBS stations, so it looks like they have no plans of taking that away. Do I know when HBO Max will come to LG Smart TVs? Samsung TV is the only one that has it. I don't know, unfortunately. HBO Max doesn't give us the scoop on that until they are ready to make a deal. Hey, Jess, have you heard the news from Cartoon Network? They have a new president. Yeah, I saw someone mention that up in the comments above. I had not seen that announcement. Yeah, I will definitely check it out. Kevin, do you have a question about Hulu with live TV? Apple TV Plus is meh. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I like the idea of having all original content, but there is just not a huge selection over there. Dickinson is a show that I really liked. They just came out with season 2. And like I said, Ted Lasso, great show. So those would be my 2 recommendations for now. I haven't really watched a whole lot else. Do I think that Fubotv will bring back the Turner channels? I don't know. I think that price is probably a consideration for them right now. If they bring more, they'll have to raise the price, and it's already on par with everybody else. Plus means more money. I wish that people would stop using the plus sign in their names. It's just getting confusing. Not loving it. I did not watch Wonder Woman 1984. I know I said I was going to, but to be honest, I was on Twitter on, I think, the day after Christmas, and I saw so many negative comments about Wonder Woman 1984 that I was kind of afraid to watch it because I really, excuse me, I really like the first one and I didn't want to be disappointed. So if anyone else has watched it, let me know. Brett says not that great. DMS says Just Plus is coming soon. Maybe I should do that. Just call the Q&A Just Plus. Family Gaming TV, can I get a shout out, please? There you go. Mike wants to know if I saw that Roku is buying all of the Quibby stuff. Yeah, I think we may have been the first to break that news. Roku sent me an email the night before to let me know, so we got that news out nice and early. So Roku acquired all of the Quibby content and they are bringing it to the Roku channel. So at least for 2021, all of that content is going to be free on the Roku channel. And I'm excited. If any of you were using Quibby, let me know if there were any shows that you were really into. I know not a lot of people were using Quibby, but I do think that now that it's going to be on the Roku channel, a lot more people will watch it. So I'm pretty excited for that. I love that they're bringing in new content. Love that it's free, of course. And, they're also going to have 12 new series from Quibby that never launched on the streaming service because it closed before they could bring the content out. So we will get a dozen or so new shows. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, Eric says I have some interest in Space Jam 2 this summer, one of my all-time favorite movies. Okay, not seeing great things about Wonder Woman. What a bummer. I'll watch it eventually, but man, I'm let down. Yeah, Howard, good point. They also added the old Wonder Woman TV show on HBO Max right before the new movie came out. So if you're interested in some classic Wonder Woman, check that out. I feel like I'm getting sniffly now that it's late at night. Late at night, 8:23 p.m. Do I think that Philo will drop Discovery now that Discovery Plus is launched? No, I do not. Actually, the Philo CEO, Andrew McCollum, did a panel at CES with someone from Pluto, and kind of talked about their role in the space now that there is Discovery Plus. And Andrew made a great point that there's room for everybody. They still will have the live feed of Discovery channels, and he doesn't seem fazed by it. I'll actually have a post up about that tomorrow. Let's see, now I can scroll back down. I think I missed some messages. Amber says, will the Magnolia Network stay on Discovery Plus or move to its own network? I believe it's staying on Discovery Plus. That was a really big point for them whenever they first launched, that they were making a really big deal out of that Magnolia stuff. Yeah, Jim, I mentioned this earlier, but yes, Fubo just re-added AT&T's Sportsnet Pittsburgh, home of the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Pirates. So just in time for the NHL season. For people in that area, they are charging a $5 regional sports fee. So that's what that extra $5 is. And if you are in that area, you should have gotten an email in early December. Colin says, Jess, how will Quibby content work on the Roku channel? Because the deal states that they have to show all Quibby content in its original format. Yeah, I know that that's definitely something that they are having to deal with, and that's why the content is not available right now. I think that they're still kind of figuring out how to do it and what to do with it. But I think it's probably going to stay in those like short snippets, those Quibby bites. But yeah, so I think it's just going to be like a separate channel on the Roku channel and probably on demand, and it's probably all going to be in those like cut up segments. Richard says, oh, I love this comment. Please give props to Philip on the great work that he does on his videos. I saw his last video describing a TV from CES made by Samsung. He does such a great job. I completely agree. Thank you for that great compliment, Richard, and I will definitely pass that on to Philip as soon as I'm done here. He works so hard. He does so many videos, and they're so good. The quality is just so much better than anything I could do, so I am kind of in awe of his video skills. I might be a little bit biased since, you know, he's my coworker and my friend. Bill says TVision has Cozy if you don't have it OTA. It's in the $10 Vibe package or included in other packages too. Yeah, that's a really good tip. Cozy is a good channel for some classic content, and I know people really love that channel. So good call out, Bill. Thank you. Lots of people will get that channel with a OTA antenna, but if you don't, you can get it for cheap over on TVision. All right. Family Gaming says we need a TikTok. We have been joking about that over in our work Slack channels about getting a TikTok, and there was talk of dance moves, and man, I think I'm just too old for all that, so probably not gonna happen. Eric is always asking me about getting a big TV for the background like Luke used to have in his videos, and maybe. I don't know where the money for a giant TV that would fit back there would come from, so we'll see. Colin wants to know about live streams on Discovery Plus. Right now it's on demand only, and I think it would probably be on their roadmap. That's the way that HBO Max described it too, that it's on their roadmap but not currently available. I feel like the same is probably true for Discovery. And I have a feeling there might be some licensing issues involved since Discovery channels are on other services. So I would say it'll probably come eventually, but I don't have any idea about timeline. Bob says Roku search is great for locating content at the best price. Completely agree. Love the search feature on Roku. Anthracite, yep, I miss Luke too. Jermaine says a green screen. Yeah, I love that idea. That could be fun. We could really have some fun with a green screen. Howard says, good luck to your Browns. My Bears didn't do very well. Yeah, I watched that game. That was rough. Joseph says, YouTube doesn't have all of the Discovery channels, but Philo has them for $20. Yeah, Philo's a great deal. If you don't need sports, it's great. Jeff says, I'm not old. Jeff will be 49 this year. You are borderline 15 years younger than I am. Yeah, I am 15 years younger. Sometimes I feel older. Like whenever I'm watching TikToks and I don't understand. I have to ask the little cousins what things mean. I don't get it. Oh, okay. Interesting question. We haven't talked about this in a while. So Amazon and SpaceX satellite internet, so not a ton of information. We haven't heard much about Starlink since they started doing their beta testing and we got those initial speed test results. So they just got approval to do beta testing in the UK, also Australia, and I think there were a couple of other places. So they are still very much in the beta testing phase of everything, but it looks like everything's going well. It's a little more expensive than people thought it might be. But yeah, we're just kind of getting some speed test results and things back from them. Amazon just recently got approval to put up satellites and everything, so I think it'll probably be a while before we hear a whole lot from them. But it's Amazon, obviously they have the budget for it, so maybe it'll happen quicker than I'm giving them credit for, but not a whole lot of updates there. Everyone's sharing how old they are now. Okay, I get it. I'm not old. I completely understand that, just in relation to the teenagers on TikTok. That's all. Harry says, I love Philo. I don't watch sports. I get news from OTA. Yeah, absolutely. Especially for people who can get a lot of their local channels with an antenna. As always, I'm jealous. As we all know, I only get 12 channels with my antenna. But for those who can get a lot of those channels and really get their sports and news from their antenna, Philo is great. A really good complement to those OTA channels. Colin wants to know about HBO Max adding 4K content, or is Wonder Woman still the only thing? I think for now Wonder Woman might be the only one, but what they're planning on doing with 4K content is releasing all of their 2021, that whole slate of Warner Media movies. I think they're planning on releasing all of those in 4K. So once we start seeing more of those come out, then we should be getting a lot more 4K content. And I think the plan is to go back and make some existing content 4K. I'm not really sure how all of that works, but that was the impression I got. Oh yeah, Bill, good point. If you are looking for news and you don't want to pay for a live TV streaming service, there are tons of free options. So definitely check out like Stir, Pluto TV, Tubi, Zumo. You'll find tons of news stations. What do I think about T-Mobile Home Internet? I have not tried it myself. I know that they have a $50 plan that looks really interesting. I don't know if it's even available in my area. I have Spectrum personally, but I have heard a lot of people over in the tech support Facebook group talking about it. It looks like people are having pretty good luck with it, but I have no personal experience. Brett is looking forward to Lightyear on Disney+. They have some really good content coming out. I'm excited to watch WandaVision. I missed the message. Thank you, CJ, that Malibu, California said hi. That's usually the first comment I get. Any word on CBS raising the price when they change over to Paramount Plus? No news about that yet. They haven't said anything. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they say, oh, we're premium now, we have all this extra content, we're raising the price. But no, they have not said anything yet that I'm aware of. Okay, a couple of people are saying that they have T-Mobile Internet and they like it. There it is again. T-Mobile Internet. Yeah, no details, just that some people have it and like it. G-Money, another really good question. Any rumors on when or if Sinclair will come out with a standalone app? Lots of people are really angry with them since it's so hard to find RSNs. Yeah, so Sinclair really apparently raised their fees for their regional sports networks a ton. It made it really difficult for the streaming services to keep those channels, so a lot of them just dropped the channels. And yes, I did hear that rumor that Sinclair was going to come out with a standalone app and go direct to consumer. I haven't heard anything about that. I know that they have that deal with Bally Sports to rename the channels or something, but yeah, I don't have any kind of update on that. It's all talk for now, as far as I know. A mirror in the background. That might be weird. You guys would just be looking at my ring light over here. Jeff, yeah, I did have a really nice Christmas. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I did go over and spend the day with my family, and it was really nice. The kids got a Switch for Christmas, so there was a lot of Mario Kart going on. Yeah, Robert, we don't talk about piracy services, so that is not one that we discuss over here. Jermaine says there's a Denzel Washington film, The Little Things, premiering on the 29th on HBO Max, hopefully in 4K. Ooh, I love Denzel Washington. I will definitely be watching that. Oh, I completely forgot about this. We did do a post about the relaunch of G4. Might be a part of Peacock. The classic programming might also be available for free. I completely forgot. We did a post about G4 coming back. They posted something on Twitter, I think, and we did a quick post, but I haven't heard anything since. But yeah, I will definitely look into that. Let me make a note. Bill says Denzel Washington got a start on Saint Elsewhere. That's a blast from the past. Blackworm wants me to make more YouTube videos. Luckily, we have Philip, who is much, much better than me at making videos. CJ, yeah, I do. I need coffee. You're not wrong. It's a little too late at night for me to do that, and we'll probably wrap up here in about 10 minutes, and then I'm just going straight to bed. John wants to know if I think this is the beginning of the end of live cable TV, what with Discovery Plus is doing. I think we're trending that way, and I won't say that cable TV is going away completely, but there's definitely a trend in people cutting the cord. Tamara did a post earlier today. I think it was a quarter of US households will be cord cutters by the end of this year. I think that's what it said. She did the post. She would be able to tell you. But yeah, it's definitely, we're trending much more toward cord cutting. And I think that cable networks are noticing, and they're definitely making their own services and things. So everyone's taking notice. Colin wants to know if we can do a post with the 2021 calendar of Warner Media films. Definitely let me look into that. Schedule of Warner Media on HBO Max. If I can read my writing later, I'll be on that. Aaron says, cord cutting breaking news by Jess. You know what? Right after Luke left, I tried to keep up the schedule of doing those daily videos. I don't know how the man did it. I feel like he never slept. I tried doing it. Couldn't do it. It was rough. So we switched over to Philip doing those Friday videos where he talks about the top stories, and it's been great. Howard, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. How about a streaming app and remote supporting channel numbers, last channel, etc.? Oh, I would love that. I think the tricky part with that is that the remote would have to be for a specific service instead of a device. So I'm not sure how that would work out, but love the idea. What was the breaking news today? I would say that this week the breaking news was AT&T TV Now being dropped and merged with AT&T TV. I think that was probably the big breaking news. Fubo brought back a regional sports network, which is a good sign for other networks. Those would probably be my top stories. Eric says, I believe there's still a market for live TV. However, the market for this is getting older. The younger generation is going for streaming. Completely agree. And I think that pre-pandemic, a lot of that was just that people were so busy that, that people don't want to plan their schedule around a TV show. So people are less likely to gather around and watch their favorite show at 8 o'clock on a Thursday night. So streaming is just more convenient for a lot of people. Yeah, Bill, we're not talking about any actual breaking news on the news, nothing political, no thank you. We can be a space to get away from that a little bit. Blackworm, thank you so much. I predict that most TV channels will be shutting down within the next few years. Remaining channels will be there for promotional purposes. Yeah, oh, that's a good prediction. I don't know that they will shut down, but I think that different networks and things will definitely at least do a streaming component and then maybe keep their cable channel. I think that they can't look at streaming and not know that that's the future, that's the trend, that's the way that people are going. Yep, thank you, CJ. If you're looking for Luke, if you're missing him as much as the rest of us, you can find him on his YouTube channel, The Breakdown. Colin wants to know if I think that RSNs will go direct to consumer. Do I think that Comcast would ever add NBC Sports to Peacock? I do think that they could add it to Peacock. I'm not sure what the licensing looks like with all of that stuff, exactly who owns what and what the deal is with everything, so I'm not sure. But I could see them doing it, definitely. Do I think the RSNs will go direct to consumer? I wish they would. I think it would be really convenient for sports fans. But again, it's like licensing issues, and I'm not sure exactly who owns rights to things. So I don't know what that would look like exactly. Also, it could get very expensive very quickly. Yeah, CJ, thank you for pointing that out. Don't forget to like the video. Yeah, Dustin, good point. Sports networks and news networks will always exist in some form live, but we could also see just live streaming options on streaming services. Jermaine, yeah, if streaming is the future, and it is, I hope internet greatly improves. Yeah, for sure. I hope that SpaceX can kind of address that a little bit in Amazon. I hope that there are just more options for people in places that don't currently get good high-speed internet access. It looks like that's kind of a priority for, I don't know, the government, I guess. The powers that be for broadband. Seems like that's something that they're really trying to work on. What do I think will happen to Dish after they lost those channels? Who even knows? It really is crazy, all of these disputes going on. People are just asking for so much money. It's insane. It truly is. And it's not just Dish, it's all of them. Yeah, I think we're all kind of on the same page that cable is still going to be around for a while. It's just the traditional thing. It's something that a lot of people still prefer. Some people who maybe aren't as tech savvy have a harder time with streaming. Some people who don't have a solid internet connection can't do streaming. So yeah, I think cable is still going to be here for a while, but I do think that cable networks are going to come up with a streaming option in addition. Yeah, Dish does own Sling. Yep. Jeff says, okay, Jess, I've given you a Twitter reminder of Colin wanting a 2021 calendar of Warner releases, so I don't have to rely on my notes. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys ever want me to do posts about anything or to remind me of things, very helpful. You can find me on Twitter. I am at JustTypes over on Twitter. Send me a message anytime. I always appreciate it. So thank you. I need reminders. Yeah, Sling is doing well, I would say. They're one of the most affordable streaming options, so they definitely have that going for them. For those of you who don't know, Sling also has some free content, so definitely check that out, even if you're not a subscriber. Philo is live TV. It is a live TV streaming service. It just has limited channels. Oh, you meant Pluto TV. Pluto TV does... Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one because it does sort of live streams where it's just continuous streams of recorded content. So, yeah, not exactly the live channels that you would get with cable. Watch the new version of The Stand on CBS All Access. Yeah, that's on my list, definitely. Someone else just recommended that too. All right, guys, I think that we're going to wrap it up here. To be honest, I am just so tired and I feel like my brain is turning to mush. So I'm not going to be super helpful answering questions for much longer. So thank you all so much for being here. And I'm sorry to wrap up a little early tonight, but we will be back here again next Wednesday. Hopefully, knock on wood, nothing crazy happens. So thank you so much. Definitely keep checking out cordcuttersnews.com. We still have a little more CES coverage to give you. If you haven't already checked out Philip's videos from this week, please do that. He has been covering some big CES announcements and it's been really, really great. So check those out. So thank you again so much for being here and all of your great questions and feedback. And I will see you all next week. Bye.